This has got to be one of the craziest games I've ever played. It's just a generic spirit game, so I thought, with people who were a victim of poor matchmaking. But it was a bit more than that, as we see. So we load into Blood Lodge, and we can see there's a Quentin with no mither, which, against a Spirit Strider, which, you know, I live for the meme, so respect. So I just kind of walk around, start phasing. Hear Quentin moaning. Get him down within like 2 seconds because I don't think he even know what hit him. My add-ons here are the Muddy Sport Day cap, which gives me a 10% speed boost in phase, and the Katana, what's it called? Suba or whatever. Which gives you like an extra, it gives slight reappearance time and slight reappearance speed, which translates to about an extra meter of lunge range. So I get into a chase, I don't even realize. I'm pretty much addicted to the lunge add-ons now. She gets me, I break the pallet, it's like whatever. Phase over to the scratch marks. I hear her breathing, Strider. I get her with the last bit of my phase. That's another thing I love about Strider, is you can hear them breathing. So you can get them whether they're injured or not. I think it really helps. And Jake appears here. I don't know how I missed that, but he just kind of appears. I go back for Yui. I expect kind of Jake to maybe slow-mo. But no, he just ran away. Jake ran away, Yui ran away, and I think they ran towards the bus, the fun bus. Because I heard the explosion. Quentin goes to second phase. I see someone. I see the grass move, and I get the Yui down. Quentin's still just moaning over there. So I'm in a really, really good spot with this. I got someone on second phase. And they have one gen done. And I have another person on hook. I see that they're probably gonna start going for the Quentin. I assume that they're gonna start going for the Quentin. But that's not exactly the case. Scratch marks here. But I don't see a survivor, so I kind of go back, because again, I'm assuming they're gonna go for Quentin, because he's literally about to die. Scratch marks. But instead of saving the Quentin, they keep the Yui. So they just let the Quentin die on first hook. Which I assume maybe either they were the victim of matchmaking, or potentially like they just didn't want the no-mither guy against the spirit, which I guess fair enough. So I see scratch marks. And that was a really good dead hard from the Jake, like definitely really good dead hard, so he actually avoided it even with my extra meter. But I get him down here anyway. But yeah, I have to give props to the Jake. That was a really good dead hard. I wait here, just to make sure no one's gonna pallet save him.
Yeah.
But that's probably one of the best uses of dead hard I've seen in a while. 11 out of 10. I bought him a whole extra 2 seconds. Kind of phase around, see where they're. Yep. I got the Meg there just by scratch marks and the movement of the grass. I wait to listen to see where she's going. She leaves, which is smart. I use my husk here to block the window in case she decides to go around Shack. But she didn't. She goes for the save on Jake here. And then the weird animation, and I auto-aim into Jake somehow. That was pretty strange. I'm not, like, obviously, I was pretty obviously going for the Meg, but got sucked into Jake. But luckily he had borrowed. Meg goes here, I missed that, and there's no window there, so she goes down. I kind of thought there was a window there too, so Fair enough. I see the Jake just kind of chilling. Or maybe that's the Yui, I don't actually know. It might have been the Yui because of the backpack. I do believe it's the Jake though. I walk this way. I see the Jake there, but he wasted his dead heart on that one, unfortunately. Instead of chasing away from Hook, I go back towards the Hook. Yeah, that was a guess on that one. The Yui, I don't know what she wants here. She just kind of runs and lets me down her. She's not struggling at all. I know the Jake is about to get unhooked, but I don't really care. Since she's not struggling, I bring her all the way to the basement, which seems kind of like a jerk move, but I was doing the basement hook challenge, which is like super bugged already. So I have to try and get a bunch of basement hooks and hope that they don't bug out and not give me them. So that's why I brought her to basement. Can I just walk around here? I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking. But I bring her to basement. I kind of assumed that she was on last hook, and that's why she gave up. She was on second hook. But she does just end up letting go. Like, she clearly knew that this game was already hooked. I mean, yeah, it was. Blood Lodge is a pretty good map for Spirit, Nurse. Those are the two killers I play mostly, so. I don't know if there's probably some killers I'd say that don't do well on this one. I'm not entirely sure though. Like a Ghostface. Ghostface wouldn't do too well, I don't think. I hear a crow, but I have a hard time pinpointing its location. So I just kind of wander around a bit. My 110 movement speed. I'm not entirely sure where they are. They are resetting somewhere. As you can see, the Jake just got healed. And then the Meg gets healed soon after, so they're obviously resetting. It turns out the Meg and the Jake were on comms. So it makes sense that they're able to get to each other really, really quickly. Plus, the Jake had literally just unhooked her. So they probably just walked away somewhere together. And I take a look around, but I can't find them. Yeah, I'm just lost here, like, where could they be? I regret not using whispers, because sometimes I replace corrupt intervention with whispers. But yeah, I have no idea where they are. Because I'm obviously not close enough to hear breathing. Or footsteps or anything, or else we'd be in chase. So I start checking lockers, nothing. It's like they are hiding, and I'm like, oh great, are we just gonna stealth it out? Because there's no way you're gonna get 4 gens done, even if you're stealthing. Then, okay, I figured that was either a deception play or they just want to end the game. So I go over. Normally I wouldn't just zoom over like that, but like, I mean, the game's over at this point. So I go and I check every locker. And I think I heard her actually move, because she did something and then hid and then got into a locker afterwards. Which was pretty funny, actually. So I check all the lockers and then assume it's a deception play because there's no one there. But I figured might as well try since I can't find anyone. But then I'm like, okay, so someone's definitely down there and just hid out of my line of sight because I'm first person, right? So of course I'm like really laughing at this point. I thought that was really funny. And then the Meg here is just done. I'm just looking like, I appreciate that. Like when people know that the game's over, they just kind of joke around. I like that. Yeah. Put her on the basement hook. Check to see if there's a hatch offering. There's not. Meg dies. Let's go to give Jake the hatch. And he ends up finding it. And then I guess it opened actually closer to the shack. So you see I'm going the opposite direction. He ends up getting it. Yep. I only get brutal because I killed them too quickly. But, and then this endgame chat is just something else. Yeah, so I thought they were victim of matchmaking, but they really weren't. So I'm like, yeah, you deserve to hatch. And then I'll just let the endgame chat play out here. It is an interesting one. I've never had anything like this happen, I'll have to say that. This was the Jake, by the way.